Mars crater anomalies revive the ancient nuclear catastrophe on the Mars surface and the theory of a nuclear catastrophe. There are numerous unexplained anomalies at a Martian crater which support the theory of an ancient nuclear catastrophe on Mars. Something happened to wipe out perhaps ancient civilization on Mars? Now, if an ancient civilization did exist on the surface of the red planet in the distant past, what happened to it? Is it possible that this once great Martian civilization was annihilated with nuclear weapons, as some researchers suggest? Now, we know from the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth the Atlantean that Mars was supposedly tropical, similar to Earth's environment, and something happened. According to ancient texts, for example, Greek texts, yes, there was a intersolar war with between Earth, Mars, the Moon, and even Venus, and this is probably what wiped out civilization on Mars. Now, it's possible that all of the anomalous objects that have been photographed on Mars are not pareidolia, but they're actual evidence of civilizations that did inhabit Mars in the past. And as far as we know, it certainly could be possible. Is there a 50-50 chance? Well, if you saw my past videos on Mars, we found various very well-known, they could not be geological. We've even found openings and things that looked like structures. These were the artifacts that we found. Now, according to the discovery of an anomalous zone in the Martian crater called Gale, which has high levels of neurons, revitalized the exotic theory presented by physicist John Brandenburg, and these are some of his images, which postulate that an ancient Martian civilization was annihilated with nuclear bombs. And he points here to the red spots, thorium, for example, and you even have the very, very strange mounds that we have in isosceles triangles right here on the 9, 10, 11 o'clock position. Those that white spot with 3 dots underneath, isosceles triangle with a parallel line in the middle. The nuclear explosions are red dots on 12 o'clock position, 1 o'clock position. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Now, the theory presented by Dr. Brandenburg seems to be backed up by the numerous anomalies NASA's rovers discovered in the past 6 months. NASA's very own alien robot on Mars discovered a region with inexplicable characteristics on the surface of the red planet. The region, considered as anomalous by NASA, is located just under Mount Sharp, where Curiosity's instruments registered an area of 3 meters in diameter, which shows an extremely high neutron emission. The anomaly, supported by technical measurements, corroborates the theory postulated by the American physicist John Brandenburg, which since 2011 states that the characteristic red color of Mars is due to a thermonuclear explosion. So the redness of Mars is due to a thermonuclear explosion, atomic blast, he says. He says the surface of Mars is covered with radioactive substances such as uranium, thorium, and radioactive potassium. A nuclear explosion might have left debris all over the planet, he said in an interview. His assumption is based on the high concentration of xenon-129, uranium, and thorium found in the Martian atmosphere thanks to exploration of the Odyssey spacecraft. And the nuclear isotopes in the atmosphere apparently resemble hydrogen bomb tests, which he says occurred in 2 places on Mars, Sidonia Mensa and Galaxius Chaos. Brandenburg went further into his theory, suggesting that the red planet was inhabited by two humanoid civilizations which were called the Sidonians and Utopians, which would have been exterminated by the nuclear bombing of another alien race. He said, we found now evidence of the nuclear melt glass tritonite formed on Earth at the site of nuclear weapon airbursts at both sites of the hypothesized explosions, and this will be presented at the conference. Dr. Brandenburg revealed on Mail Online ahead of his talk. He says, this strongly supports my hypothesis of massive nuclear airbursts. So far, no scientist has offered any other explanation for this body of data. This is amazing what he has found. Can you imagine what went on there? So, obviously, this must have also melted the buildings. This is by Alexander Light on Humans Are Free. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.